Yo, what is going on, everybody? So good to be back. I don't think I've been live for honestly a couple of months now. So good to be back. Obviously, if you're watching here on X, hit the follow button, guys. Let's get me to 17K really, really soon. Obviously, if you're tuning on YouTube, smash the subscribe button. My goal is 10K before the end of July. And obviously, if you're watching on both platforms, please like the video because it gets this education out to more people, which is what I want at the end of the day. All right, guys. So as you can see in the title, what I wanted to focus on today is obviously a market analysis. Okay, I'm going to follow my usual stream where I just talk about the markets and what I think is happening at the moment and where I think price is going to go, those sorts of things. And then obviously we're going to focus a little bit more on the degen side, a little bit on the show today as well, and focus on some potential snipes that we can look at, even though it's not the best time to be sniping meme coins with uncertain macro conditions. But again, we'll dive into that very shortly. So let me know in the comments, obviously, any tickers you want me to have a look at today, and I'll be more than happy to do so. Obviously, let me know if you're here as well. So GM if you're waking up, and GN if you're in the evenings over in Europe, which is where I've currently been. So yeah, been traveling for the past, obviously, 4 months. So it's great to be back live. It's been, I think it's been 2 months, guys. So yeah, it's a pleasure to be back. So yeah, like and subscribe, guys. I do appreciate it. So we'll dive straight into the charts. Let's have a look here. Okay, so at the moment we're in an incredibly indecisive sort of location. Okay, and so for me, I like it's just weird. It's so hard to long or short the market right now. Like I got wrecked today, and I'll be honest, like people get wrecked. Okay, and I got wrecked today trying to short the market because BTC actually. I wonder if I still have it up. Let's have a look. This is. I just want to show you what I was trying to do earlier today. So yeah, look at this. I was doing a low time frame short because honestly, I thought the sentiment and whatnot was going to push it lower. And I actually shorted from a low about this box here, and it broke down, but then it actually broke back up and is now actually would have been a great sort of low time frame long. But that's what I'm talking about. There's so much indecisiveness, not only like on the timeline in terms of the news with Germany selling all of their Bitcoin. Mt. Gox obviously finished recently. You've also got the ETH ETF coming in the next couple of weeks. You've got macro hitting all-time highs in the stock market, but then you've also seen NASDAQ break down quite aggressively today. It's just such an interesting time. Like we've got priced in rate cuts. We're probably going to have two based on what I'm seeing at the moment later this year, which is great for risk on, but obviously in the short term, that's not as good. But ultimately that relieves a bit of pressure for you and me day to day living out there. It means you have a bit more assets and money to maybe throw around, which is obviously great for crypto and great for stock markets and great for risk on overall. So for me, guys, it's honestly, I've sort of come to the conclusion that until we see a macro sort of shift, whether it's bullish or bearish, it's definitely a probably no leverage trade zone for me. But again, we'll diagnose that in the video today. But yeah, GM guys. Dano, thanks for being here, legend. Appreciate you. Sup. Pierre, thanks for being here as well. Zaros, GM to you as well, legend. I see a few tickers. I'll come back to them later in the stream. All right, so as you can see, we're like, look at this chop. Like, you can't even trade this. Look at these wicks up here to the top of this sort of mini range that we've formed, but the macro range, bottom of the macro range that we've been in for the last 3 months, and then wicks all the way to sort of support and liquidity down below. So it's a really, as I said, decisive week. Essentially, I think I put a tweet out earlier today. Three different situations I could see happening. One, we just consolidate in this range here below the macro range. Okay, so price action stays in this sort of yellow area for the next couple of weeks, if not a month, and then we push back up to the upside. I think that's scenario one. Scenario two would have to be probably more bearish, okay? And that would be where we break sort of this current zone here. Perhaps we get one more rejection. We attempt to break back into this long consolidation range above 60K, but we get rejected from there and actually retest sort of liquidity down here between sort of 50 and 52K, okay? So that's probably the first sort of bearish target that I would have. If that doesn't hold, which is really interesting because we're seeing a lot of ETF buyers step in too. So I don't see it sort of breaking below those levels, but you always have to play the liquidity game. And there's a lot of liquidity stacked down here between 44 and about 48K. But ideally, I think we hold this sort of wedge that we're forming. So the yellow is more of a high time widening wedge, which is a bullish formation, okay? But we could see a retest down to, wick down to this green box in the first bearish scenario. Worst case scenario would we break this green box and we grab the liquidity down here, and we probably don't see any sort of bullish continuation until 2025. So I think definitely probably scenario one plays out the most based on what I'm seeing at the moment. We did obviously rally with PPI data coming out today, so that's really interesting because even though we had month over month deflation coming out yesterday, we actually dumped. So I don't know. It's so hard to trade at the moment. So I'm going to tuck away the leverage for a little bit, and we'll dive a little bit into the meme coins later in the show as well. But as you can see, this is a macro time frame. Shout out to Crown Crypto Cave, absolute legend in the space. Been following him for I don't know 6+ years now. I currently enrolled in his course, so that's why I've got his tools down the bottom. But essentially, this is BBWP, which is just a volatile metric. So essentially, if it heads up here, so towards the higher higher end of the range towards 100% volatility, then ideally it means that the move is quite aggressive. But as you can see here on the weekly, we still are very much in the low area, but we are starting to tune up here. Now, the indicator that generally goes alongside this is obviously the stochastic momentum, or the RSI, okay? And if we do have a look at that, I just closed it. If we do have a look at that, okay, we are still, and this is on the weekly chart, and this is why I'm on the weekly, I'm still more conservative, and that's why more time sideways is actually great, because it allows us to reset some of these metrics and then push towards a more bullish setup in the sort of probably in about a month's time, okay? But if you have a look here, we are still very much in the overbought, overextended area, and ideally you probably want to see volatility expanding once you see the stochastics sort of create a bottom or head towards a bottom, because the momentum obviously is down. And if you match that beside the volatility here, I keep clicking the wrong buttons. If you match this with expanding volatility, then generally whichever the way stochastic is facing is the way that it goes, like sort of 75 to 85% of the time. So that's one that I'm watching on a macro scale. And that's why I'm kind of a little bit more cautious on the short term, that we could potentially still see lower, okay? But obviously in the short term, guys, this is on the daily chart. We are sort of seeing volatility expand. So we have obviously bounced from here. We saw RSI down the bottom and stochastic momentum bottom, okay? So that's why we have seen a bit of a reversal and a bit of a rally here. But I'm not bullish until we can cross. Why is my email not working? Oh, it's probably because I've got too many things open. Here we go. If I close that and I put on the EMA, why is it? It doesn't want to work. There we go. It almost worked now. All right. So if we have a look here, the one thing again, the levels I want to see. Okay. So really clearly, the levels I want to see is a close above this 200 EMA. Essentially, it is a great moving average to track in a bull market. Ideally, in a bull market, we retest it and it shows strength. Okay, but currently we are, as you can see, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, literally a week of closures below. Okay, so Bitcoin is trying really, really hard to break above it. But what I want to see is break above it and a close above it. And that's where I start to be, okay, we're back risk on. I'm probably leaning more favorably in the longs. Okay. But ultimately, we're not done there. We want to make sure that we break back up into that higher time frame range that we have found ourselves in for a very long time. So ideally, we close above the blue line there, which is the EMA, close above the bottom here. There's a lot of liquidity sort of sitting at that 60.5K level as well there. So you could, in theory, say the bottom half of this lower portion of the whole range is where I would love to see price start to close. And then I'm very risk on macro. Let's go, the bottom is in, okay? And the fear and greed index is actually at extreme greed. And we have not seen that since like September last year. So, as I always say, guys, buy during fear, sell during greed. And it's the second part that a lot of people fail at, okay? When you're in euphoric conditions, you just think it's going to keep going up. But please learn from a situation like what we've seen over the past 3 months is when you are greedy, scale out of some profit, okay? Put it into stables, okay? Or put it into Bitcoin or something that's less volatile, because at the end of the day, you and me, as much as some people don't want to admit it, are here to make life-changing money. And so hopefully my analysis just shows you where we currently are in the bull market. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Let's have a look. I'm just going back to the comments. KCS, hello to you too. Edos, sup legend. Love seeing Badogo people here. GA, I assume good afternoon, Righteous. Thanks for being here as well, legend. Appreciate you. All right, guys, so that's Bitcoin's analysis at the moment. Let's go to Ethereum. Whereas, as you can see, Ethereum's been a lot more bullish, guys. We never broke Ethereum's bottom of the trend. So the bottom of the range, so if we just close a few metrics, but bottom of the range held, which was a great long opportunity down here. And where I did long it, but then I had a TP hit at the 0.25 level. So a shame. I would have loved to hold that higher. But ultimately, we have also flipped its 200 EMA, which is great to see. But I do see something like this, sort of like this, a little rally into the ETF news. Generally speaking, in crypto, news events are where you want to sell the news. Okay, you want to buy before the news and sell once the news drops. But who knows what's going to happen with the ETF? Ideally, you want to see liquidity being entered both into the Bitcoin and the ETH ETF at the same time, which I think it generally could, because at the end of the day, they both are very different sort of technologies and store of wealth in Bitcoin's case. So, and TradFi, I think, knows that. And I think the really interesting play for me is the Bitcoin ETF is extremely bullish, but the Solana ETF, that is next level, because I genuinely think that Solana ETF puts pressure on Ethereum. And I think it puts a lot of pressure on Ethereum for this cycle. So really interestingly, obviously we've got a huge technology upgrades for both Ethereum and Solana in the coming months. Okay, so I'm very curious to see the price action on the ETF for Ethereum. I DCA'd into Ethereum down here. I think it was. Yeah, I still think Solana outperforms. I still think maybe Bitcoin outperforms. And what I'm looking at, actually, I'll pull that up. We still not have. Look at this chart. This is just honestly absolutely ridiculous. Like, this just shows you the weakness of Ethereum. Literally from, like, we had a high all the way back here, literally the heights of 2021. So that was NFT mania, okay? And that was, I'm pretty sure it was that was the heights of last cycle. So obviously ETH rallied into that all-time high and was a great indicator of altcoins being sort of where you wanted to put your money last cycle. And often you could sort of distinguish an alt market sort of rally, so an altcoin rally, when ETH was pumping against Bitcoin. So this little rally here was probably the last time. So this bit here was the last time that we probably could have used the E first BTC chart as an indicator for a general consensus on the strength of altcoins. What we have seen more recently is the weakness. Look at this. This is a very bearish trend, guys. And we still are yet. Like, we have, like, and why I genuinely think we start to maybe flip this soon is we retested liquidity and sort of support and resistance down here from 2021. We set a double bottom, and also they were wicks. So that shows that there was buyer strength there compared to Bitcoin. And what we are currently doing is still holding this long-term support, okay? And this is support, again, from like long ago. Like, you can scream back to even back here in 2018, guys. So this sort of macro level at the 0.052% has been a very macro support level for Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So for me, I expect probably, and I don't know, we could have a look at a few metrics. So volatility is expanding. Okay, so that's cool. Let's turn that one off. EMA, we don't need that on this chart. Let's go to stochastic momentum and have a look. So stochastic momentum is moving up in the top, and volatility was expanding. So in theory, we could potentially, so BBWP, there it is. Turn it on. So in theory, like we had low volatility. Look at this. So we moved down, had low volatility for a very long time. So there's still a lot of room for upside. However, this is starting to angle down again. Volatility is coming down. So, oh man, I just don't know. And that's why I've been such a Solana bull this cycle, because of the charts and what I've seen on this chart. Like, and this is where I like, let's lead that conversation into this chart here. So we've got Solana versus ETH. Now, obviously I was a massive bull, and I remember saying this on the timeline. Where was it? About September. Yeah, it was about this period last year. So anywhere from about mid-year last year to about October last year, I was banging on the door saying Solana is easily going to outperform Ethereum. And sure enough, it did. I think it was like a 5x, I think, like over the time. Yeah, so 5.5x. Obviously, like nothing can go up forever. So of course, Ethereum has roped back a bit of the gains, but we obviously have seen it pump back into this region of support. Okay, so again, it's in a very decisive moment. So we could see expansion here. So sort of like a bounce off the bottom of the range and up there, or we could see weakness and retest some of these lows down here for Solana versus ETH. So I'm keeping an eye on this chart more importantly than Ethereum versus Bitcoin, because at the moment I would rather hold probably either Solana or Ethereum. Now, long term though, I'm extremely bullish on Bitcoin, and I think the funny thing, the longer you stay in this crypto space, the more bullish you get on Bitcoin. And it's funny because I managed to actually tick over holding at least one Bitcoin in my portfolio now. So that's always been a goal of mine. So I'm super proud to obviously finally own one Bitcoin. But that's only because I'm a Solana bull and I have way more Solana. But essentially, I still think Solana is the play. You just dive on chain, you dive into the network and those sorts of things, and it still dominates in so many aspects. It's so easy for someone to set up a phantom wallet, so easy for someone to spend $10 and have a punt on a meme coin, guys. So those are like, you've got to think about it from a really simplistic mindset at the end of the day. So that's why I'm looking at Solana still as the most dominant portion of my portfolio. But yeah, really interestingly, you've got momentum sort of starting to head towards the downside. Volatility is kind of cooling off, which is great. So maybe we do see consolidation here a little bit longer on the Sol versus ETH chart. And maybe ETH does rally a bit going into the ETF. All right, going to check the comments. Danfy, thanks for checking in. Legend, appreciate you being here. Obviously, guys, Shill your meme coins in the tickers, in the comments, sorry, below, and I will check them out very, very soon. And obviously, let me know if there's anything you want me to discuss in this live stream. I'm more than happy to do so. Just let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like the video as well and smash the follow or subscribe buttons. All right. Let's look at Solana versus BTC. Really interestingly, again, volatility is really starting to cool off, so we could see a big move soon. We are seeing stochastic momentum sort of slow down and start maybe creating a little bottom here. So again, maybe bullish continuation like I've drawn here with the red arrow. So we did see a sort of break up of price there, and ultimately we could see this sort of, yeah, but again, it's been squashed because, yeah, market's just really indecisive at the moment. Even the macros as well, like the dollar is really interesting as well. We're seeing bearish breakdown of the dollar, which is great for risk on assets. So keep an eye on the dollar. It is breaking down, but we could see there is probably support where it currently is, or it come down here and maybe bounce there as well. So keep an eye on the dollar as well, guys, because it could, yeah, oh, really interesting. Okay, so yeah, BBWP is quite low. So if we do, we could see a massive expansion and the dollar dump all the way back down to this sort of region here. So keep an eye on the dollar, guys, because the dollar does essentially play into crypto a little bit. The strength of the dollar, obviously, if it's moving up, generally that's less sort of risk on. If it's moving down, it's better for risk on assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana. Okay, so keep an eye on that. All right, so total, very similar chart to Bitcoin, guys. Still below its range, as you can see here. As you can see, I would love to see it sort of close above that bottom of the range, so at 2.11 trill. If I see that, then okay, I'm more risk. Like I'm probably saying altcoins are probably bottom. It just depends what Bitcoin does with its 200 EMA. If we take a look at altcoins, we also saw a massive breakdown. But as you can see on the weekly, we are currently back above. So that's great to see. Okay. But momentum still is towards the downside there. So this is on a macro chart. Like we're looking at the weekly. So let's look at the daily. So if we have some daily, so we got some daily closures above. So that's always good. But again, okay. I think we hold this level. in the short term. And this is what I'm saying. The longer we creep along here, guys, okay, if we creep along here till the end of July, that is great because all of these sort of parameters down the bottom, all these indicators start to turn from more bearish on the macro sense to more bullish, okay? And ultimately, nothing can go up forever. And so you have to stay patient in a time like this because it screams opportunity in the long term. All right. So accumulate, accumulate, accumulate when it is fearful on the timeline. So that's what I'm looking at for altcoins. Let's have a look. All right, just going to check out the comments. Check out Mob. Yeah, I'll have a look at Mob. Demphy, don't worry. It seems Solana Bull decides to ignore Ethereum L2s when they state their bullishness of Solana versus ETH. Maybe you can discuss your thoughts on L2s because they're rapidly becoming more accessible. Okay, I do agree. However, I disagree because L2s are becoming saturated. We've seen Base, we've seen Blast, we've seen ZK Sync, we've seen so many, right? And so for me, I always question why, I actually think L2s make Ethereum less like desirable, okay? Because why would you ideally want to transact on the most sort of like, let's call it the most expensive chain when gas is high? Um, and if you want to do that, then you would go to L2s. But why would you go to L2s when you can just go to Solana? That's my thesis on Solana. So I used to own a lot of L2s. In my pinned tweet on Twitter, I did speak about having exposure to L2s at the start of the cycle. I remember having exposure to Arbitrum mainly. I think Base, if they ever did drop a token, is probably the one that I would like to hold. Blast has just been an absolute shit, sir. It's just been dumping. I tried to long it twice. You're trying to catch a falling knife at the end of the day. So it's great for technology because ultimately it helps Ethereum develop its technology. It also helps other layer ones try and advance their technology. But for me, the risk you want to play the ROI sort of perspective, right? And so for me, I just don't see which L2 sort of outperforms longer term. Like it's saturated. It's hard to know which one probably does. And again, where is the main liquidity? Where's the main volume? Where are the users every single day? And they're on Solana, guys. And Ethereum does take liquidity and Bitcoin does take liquidity. Ton has taken some liquidity recently. And that's like those four literally where you probably want to be putting your money at the moment. Ton's really interesting one, has ran up quite hard. We looked at it long last week, but obviously broke back down into its trend. So we'll look at the chart very shortly. But yeah, that's a good question, and I agree with what Eidos is saying. So I think too many L2s for me. I'd rather probably still hold Ethereum over all of them. Maybe the ROI on Ethereum is less than the L2s, but for me, I just don't see a good decision on which L2 to probably hold. So that's why I'm avoiding them together. Right. So IMAX is chugging along. Well, yeah, it sort of fits that narrative of the gaming cycle as well. So yeah, gaming tokens are actually de-risked. What I found recently, and I said this into my trading group the other day as well. And speaking of the trading group, I will discuss that after this point. But um, I actually de-risked a lot of my portfolio. I wanted to concentrate more on sort of less plays. And so I moved a lot of my money, a lot of my liquidity from, I think I had like 20 to 30 tokens maybe 6 months ago. And now I have under 10. I think I have 10 tokens from memory. And so for me, I wanted to put my money in stuff that I genuinely know will probably outperform other things. And ultimately, I didn't want to be checking so many charts, checking so many charts against Bitcoin, and checking so many things about the technology that I'm talking about there. So I did de-risk quite a lot the other day. I have exposure to memes. I'll be transparent. Yeah. So my main three obviously are the top three. Can't go wrong with holding Bitcoin, Solana, and Ethereum. Solana's number one, Bitcoin number two, Ethereum number three. If MOG is now my fourth largest holding. I think it's just like, and look at the chart. Like I've literally got it here. Like look at that trend. It's just bloody beautiful, mate. So like, how can you fade a trend like that? Plus just the meme. Like if you look at Google Trends, and shout out to the mod community because I get so many good things on the timeline all the time. But if you look at social trends, MOG is dominating on Google search trends. So again, like if it's like hitting social media, it's hitting social trends. Normies know what it is. Liquidity knows what it is. The chart shows multiple strength breakouts. Then for me, I want to probably hold way more MOG than trying to look at like even I de-risked AVAX, guys. I currently don't hold any AVAX because the chart just looks so weak. And honestly, it's chart against BTC, even though it did bounce, which I'll show you shortly. But it just, again, I wasn't confident that it could outperform. So for me, I de-risked AVAX. And I think what I said to my group was that ultimately I'm still a bull on, like, say, AVAX's technology and those sorts of things. But rather than holding it in my spot portfolio, I would look to maybe long it into a big uptrend. And that's my sort of play there, to still have exposure to it, but exposure when I know that it's probably going to break out a bit higher, rather than just holding it and watching it go down for months and months and months. All right, so let's look at some of those charts, because obviously price, and I'm rereading some great books at the moment about technical analysis, but ultimately everything is in the charts, guys. And if I just show you this, I just got to take the tab back. So if I show you this, and then I will go back to my point on my trading group, actually, because there is a sale going on. But if you look here, guys, this is like AVAX, right? And so AVAX had this massive breakout, and it was from sort of November all the way up here to December last year, which is when a lot of altcoins outperformed. But since then, we have seen absolute weakness, and this is against BTC. Now, we are seeing a potential bottom here. But for me, guys, I still think something like Solana outperforms AVAX, okay? And I'll show you that chart very shortly too. So for me, the sentiment, the utility is great on AVAX, but in terms of ROI, I just don't think it outperforms maybe even Bitcoin, guys. Like, we're seeing weakness here. Like, ideally, you want to see a bounce. Like see those two big candles there. You want to see a bounce like that. See these two big candles here. So we saw one big candle, but what we've seen 2 weeks of just bearishness. So that's why I made the decision. You got to be aggressive sometimes and cut weak positions. And as much as I think AVAX is a good hold for so many reasons, for gaming, for what its technology does, okay, it's not the ROI play for me right now. And I'm happy to be wrong. Like, people are wrong, traders are wrong, but I'm taking what I see in front of me as this trade. So if I do look at the AVAX versus Sol chart, for example, you'll see a common trend as well, guys. So this is what I did. I de-risked sort of AVAX, and I put it into Solana, because at the end of the day, guys, like look at this, okay? When is the bottom going to form? Okay, I thought a bottom might form here, okay, and that's why I drew it, and that's why I was still happy to hold. But due to a lack of strength against Bitcoin, due to a lack of strength against Solana, I had to cut. So I cut AVAX. That's a great one. I did see someone ask about TIA. TIA is one that I also haven't had exposure to for a very long time, because look at this, guys. Like, we saw a massive thing, and I'm pretty sure I did try to trade this. So this double sort of bottom here, back up towards the 0.5. But again, it's the same with meme coins, guys. Like, this analysis works with meme coins. If you see a pullback, I might need to chuck in my other fibs. I don't know why my other fibs aren't on this one. Let me just edit them real quick. 0.786. Yeah, so it did dip a bit further than that as well. So let's go, and 0.886 as well. 0.886. All right, so let's have a look. So yeah, it bounced exactly. Like, this is what I mean, guys. Technical, like, anybody who says technical analysis doesn't work, you're a dreamer, mate. Like, it's just it's not even worth me trying to discuss. But at the end of the day, guys, we saw it bounce. Okay. So we saw a little macro double bottom here. We saw retest of 0.5. But you would have liked to see strength here close and then continue up here. But what you didn't see is literally like a trend down for months. So no surprise, we did bounce at some support levels. Again, this is a great meme coin play around these levels, and it can be a great altcoin play as well. But again, there's so many charts out there, so it's so hard to keep track of every single altcoin and every single meme coin that's going on. But again, look, yeah, I'm pretty sure Trader XO, I do follow him on Twitter as well. I'm pretty sure he caught the bottom of this move back up to this sort of liquidity up here, at this sort of range over here, like that he was eyeing off from ages ago. Like, kudos to him. Like, if you have time to have all your charts up and run them, then sick. Or have alerts even. Alerts is often a good one to use as well. But yeah, we saw a bounce. But guys, like, there's no way I touch something like this until it sort of like breaks this long trend. Like, we're talking a trend. Like, when was this? Like, yeah, for 4 months now. So, I mean, it could break out eventually, but again, I think there's just better plays. Like, for me, Celestia was like a big one for airdrops, and whatever happened, I remember staking some Celestia for a month. I lost like half of my money during that period, got no airdrops. So again, you want to be in narratives, you want to be in metas, and you want to be in the obvious plays where volume, liquidity, and those sorts of things are as well. All right. Yeah. So yeah, sale on trading group. So all right, guys. So ultimately, yes. So we've got over 300 members now in the group. I'm running a July sale. So if you are keen to join up, it's either for this option here. So this is the subscription, or you can sign up for the lifetime as well. Obviously, if these stock does run out, I'll add a few more just in case. But ultimately, guys, you can just type in, I'll put it in the comment section, but the code for the discount is just July_sale. It'll get you 25% off either this option here for monthly subscription for 3 months. Okay, that's for 3 months, or you can ultimately get a 25% discount on the lifetime, which is that's an absolute steal. But ultimately, guys, if you want to read about some of the things that we discuss. And again, it's all down below as well. But and there's a range of different reviews from a bunch of members over the period of the time. I know it only says 18 reviews, but that's because the group was created on chain before it actually started on WAP. So about literally probably 175 members didn't sign up through WAP, so they can't obviously review. But at the end of the day, I try to get as many people to review it so that you can see some of the comments. But yeah, have a read through the reviews. They're pretty honest. I'm pretty sure everyone's always great. And at the end of the day, I want to educate you all to become better traders. So yeah, July_sale for either of these two options here will get you in the group for a 25% discount. All right. That's enough for a shill for me. All right, so let's have a look. All right, so yeah, just answering NFT. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it. I had a lot of conviction on my tier. Also, with potential airdrops, I ended up round tripping in my bag. 100%, man. I lost, I don't even know. I lost thousands of dollars on holding Celestia and trying to stake it. So yeah, it's a shame because a lot of people did do that. All right, so let's have a look. And I agree. Yeah, the modular, and the same with Atom, and the same with the whole Atom ecosystem. But that whole and Say and all those sorts of things. Like I remember when Solana went and ripped to 220. Everyone's like, "Oh, Say's the next Solana. Sui's a good one to hold. Sui's probably the one that I would maybe consider." But out of all of them, at the end of the day, what's happened to that narrative? Nothing. So again, you want to cut those sort of positions as quick as possible because at the end of the day, you don't want your portfolio to be doing this. Yes, ultimately, we have seen a shift in our portfolio go down, but obviously the more volatile assets and the ones that are going to show weakness in the short term are generally going to be the ones that show weakness in the long term. T Ward, GM legend, thanks for tuning in. Always appreciate you. All right, guys, I'll get to the meme coin tickers very shortly. How long have we been? 35 minutes. All right, we'll look at a few others. Let's look at Solana. Again, for Solana for me, it showed a lot more strength compared to Bitcoin. But what we are seeing is a bearish retest of this macro trend, literally from January. If you could even say the trend's probably even longer, guys. Like if I did, it's not going to be clean, but yeah, look, you know what? It's pretty clean. Like look at that. That's from November last year. So that's kind of bearish. But ultimately, we probably see what happens with Bitcoin, and that sort of determines what happens with everything at the end of the day. And probably the ETH ETF, actually. If that goes well, then more than likely we bounce up. Also, there's this trend here that we are sort of seeing with Solana. So until it sort of breaks the blue trend, which ultimately probably breaks the macro orange trend, okay, then I'm probably still happy to accumulate. Don't get me wrong, very happy to make as much Solana trading meme coins and accumulate here. But ultimately, if we do break down, then potentially, guys, we could see a bit of a big move. So if we take I wonder if I have all my fibs have been turned off on this. I don't know. I need to change my fibs template. There we go. Normal. Back on. There we go. That's the one I want. So as you can see, so I take that from the bottom of this sort of range here. So the bottom of this macro. So that was macro support all the way to the top of this range, as you can see. We wouldn't go that low. We wouldn't go 63. I'm not that bearish, okay? But generally, some different ways you can sort of draw this is a sort of look at blue line there. And again, that's going to tell you quite a low move, like from the top there. Yeah, it aligns with 63. Nah, we're not going to 63, guys. That's fun. That's literally, that's like over half, guys. So no, we're not going to 63. But I am saying that we could potentially sweep if Bitcoin breaks down, like I said at the start of the stream. If Bitcoin can't hold these levels, let's pull up the chart, which I think it can. But if Bitcoin can't hold this level and go down here to sweep 42 to 48 or 45, sorry, I'm spitting numbers out, 45 to 48. Okay, if Bitcoin can't do that, then Solana likely revisits probably anywhere between that sort of 99, yeah, so about 100, so about that level to anywhere to that wick at 77. So that's my most bearish case. And guys, you always have to be, as a trader or someone in crypto, be aware of the bullish scenarios, be aware of the bearish scenarios, because that way you stay ahead of the game and you're emotionally ready if you need to make a decision to cut or you need to make a decision to take profit. That, like, please try to limit your emotions when you're trading or investing in crypto. Okay, trading, investing, same sort of stuff. So that's what I'm looking at for Solana. Worst case scenario. So so T Ward's gonna jump in and ask a few questions late, but hold big at 58k, maybe retest 60. Yeah, we pretty much covered that at the start. Yeah, that's right. So we got the 200 EMA, which is coming in. I don't know if I still have it. Yeah, I do. It's on the weekly. It's not going to show. So we go to the daily. And we go like this. Okay, is it going to show me? Why isn't it working? Oh, it's because I probably got too many. I don't know. It's not working, but the 200 EMA is literally sitting above all of these blocks here of candles. Okay, so if we flip that, then flip the bottom of the range at about 59, then flip, this yellow line here, which is where liquidity is as well, and support and resistance at 60.5. Then we probably move back up, and I'm very, very bullish in the short term again, which is great. Okay, all right, so any other memes? I mean, not memes. Let's have a look. Any other? I wanted to talk about Ton. I think Ton is being slept on. I had a great chat with another Aussie recently, and he's a great guy. Shout out to Boot. Great guy. Knows his stuff about the Ton ecosystem. But essentially, I longed it. I think I longed it from about this sort of region here up here, and ideally I wanted to see a new all time high, but we didn't get that. And what we saw is a lower high. Okay, and I think so. We cut. And then obviously Bitcoin dumped. And so we dumped. We saw Ton dump. It retested only its shallow fib. So very bullish. But again, similar to Solana here, guys. I could probably, you know what? I could probably draw this actually a bit better. So probably about there actually is where support would be multiple times there. Okay. So I just cleaned that up a little bit. But yeah. So it's kind of, again, a lot of altcoins are in no man's land because everything is just waiting to see what happens with the ETF and with Bitcoin and with Germany dumping. So macro fundamentals, technical analysis right now kind of is just chill, bro. Like just chill on the sidelines. Go chase some meme coins if you think that's worthwhile. For me, it kind of can be a little bit worthwhile if you get in some good swing trades. I'm seeing a few people make some crazy gains on the timeline as well. But yeah, you have to have your head in the game to do that. But we'll look at them very shortly. But yeah, for Ton, I think Ton's a no-brainer long term, guys. Like if you look at that, that's probably the sort of trade that we're looking at there. Maybe a breakout above over here or a breakdown to retest liquidity down at this sort of 0.236 level for Ton. All right, let me check comments. All right, no other comments for altcoins. We might dive into the let's be degen. So we can go have a look at the degen side of the market. So again, I'm going to scroll all the way to the top to see some of the comments. Let's go. Okay, so all right, just going to have a drinks break. All right. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. Smash the like button as well to help this stream grow and reach more people at the end of the day. All right. Let me pull some up. You know what? It's so good to be back, guys. It's so good. I miss doing live streams. It's so good to just chill with you all. All right. So I can get out of my trading view. I did want to touch on Pepe and Whiff and stuff, but maybe I'll pull them up separately. Alrighty. So if we look here, okay. So I'll share this tab and turn that on. All right. So just to begin with, I'll go through some of the top memes in the space at the moment, and then I'll go through the comments. So shill any tickers in the comments, and I'll try to get to them as soon as possible. I will say if they're ridiculous, if they're a low cap, I'm probably not going to look at them, but I'll try to be transparent and say that I'll look at all of them. Okay, so if I don't get to yours, I do apologize, but yeah, we should have plenty of time. I can stay on here for a bit. All right, so let's look at Whiff. So Whiff, this looks awful, guys, but I mean, ultimately we're going to get resolution soon. Again, sort of similar to what I've just said about the altcoins. If Bitcoin breaks up, this probably breaks back up. Okay, if Bitcoin breaks down, then this is dead. It's as simple as that, right? So I probably like a target for Whiff. Honestly, gosh, do you draw the fib from support there, or I don't even know, guys. Like it literally, I don't know. I'm not going to try and draw a fib on this. You know what? We can actually draw a fib on from zero to. So let's draw a fib from 0 to the top and see where we are. Yeah, so we're in no man's land. We're in absolute no man's land, which is really interesting. And I'm probably lean more bearish on Whiff, and I lean more bullish on tokens that have a stronger a stronger setup. So for me, with right now, at the like is retesting wicks show strength of buyers, but the more times you knock on a door, guys, the more times it breaks. So I mean, it's knocking on this bottom of support here, and often when I see something like that, you see a capitulation like that. So I don't know if Bitcoin turns up, this likely turns up. And I think it's just, yeah, it's really interesting. Another one I wanted to show you, and this is why I keep it honest on the timeline, guys, because so many people don't. And what I want to show you is this. So I shared a tweet, I think within a week, a few days ago maybe, about potential what Billy was going to do. We saw sort of a few things sort of lining up for me. We saw not only a sort of lower high, but a double top, and obviously I then sort of started to see more weakness here. We broke it and then we broke back in. And I realized as soon as we broke back in, I was like, yeah, I'm cutting this. And I did say on the timeline, don't be surprised if we break down. And sure enough, it broke down. So obviously, yeah, give me a follow, guys, because I like to keep it honest. I tell you when it's going to break down. I tell you when it's going to break up, or I at least give you an option to be aware of a potential bullish situation or a bearish situation. So Billy looking quite bearish. Same as with. Let's just see if it has found any support anywhere. Yeah, bounce off at 0.5. So yeah, great to see. I would love to see it probably maybe put in a double bottom and then maybe do something like that, like this. Okay, and then maybe it's a double bottom like that. That could be a good trade. We currently probably have a little bit of a flag forming, but again, it's quite a steep flag. So I would like to see it go lower. I'm probably more of a buyer off the 0.68 fib or maybe the 0.786 fib if you see it, which you might not, because Billy is one that I know a lot of cabals love exposure to this, and they did push it quite hard. Like, I mean, it ran up to 50 million within a day, guys. Like, it was just ridiculous. So, yeah, I know a lot of people pushing this hard on the timeline. So, it wouldn't surprise me if we don't go lower than the golden pocket. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I just saw, yeah, hold on. I just saw this. I was like, obviously, like, tell me, guys, Mr. Beast didn't release a meme coin, did he? I don't know. Did he? I'm not at the live comments. Hold on. I got to go to the live comments. Yeah, no. EV team. Lukey, thanks for tuning in, bro. Thanks for being here, mate. GM, mate. I missed talking to you. I need to catch up with you. All right. But Mr. Beast, guys, like, is this genuinely him? Hold on. Let's do some analysis. This could be a live trade right now on the chart. Let's have a gaze. It's in my favorite zone, guys. All right, I got to cop this. Hold on. Don't beat me to it. All right, just a little swing trade here, okay? I didn't even check the contract. You got to check the contract. That was a really dodgy. Hold on. I got to check the contract before I buy this. Oh, red flags, guys. Red flags. Don't buy this. Red flags. Okay, and this is what I did. I dropped this thread. I dropped the thread earlier today, guys, okay? I dropped the thread earlier today, literally talking about my process, okay? So if I look at this, it could still bounce, but, oh, dude, that's red flags. Bundle snipe. So is it a CTO? But 80%. You can't be having that. Hold on. This is what I do, okay? And I'll show you. I'll pull up all the tabs. Oh, is it going to work? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So look at bubble tabs. So we got a couple big whales. We've got a few transfers. Not too bad. Okay, that's actually not too bad. So I wonder. Oh, there's a lot of So bundle snipe. Is that what it said on Soul Scanner? Dev snipe 80%, 100% burnt. Dev snipe 80%. He must have spread it across all the wallets. All right. Anyways, yeah. No. Let's look at the transactions. Yeah, look, it seems pretty genuine, and there's a lot of transactions going on. Multiple wallets. Yeah, okay. This could dump at any moment. Okay, so we got rejected off the 0.786. This is a prime example of a potential trade that I like to genuinely take if the contract is safe, which we've just had a look and it's not that safe. So I'm just going to... You always have to check the contract, guys, and that's why I wrote that thread earlier today. Okay, you got to check. Right, so I took a little bit of a loss because I didn't ape in, so I lost. I'll be transparent. I lost 3% there. There you go. Lost 3% on that trade. Pepe Boost, honestly, the best for Solana. Pepe Boost, highly recommend it. I do have a sign up in my link tree or in the description of this YouTube video. But likely, guys, it could turn up because like it's in that support area. But this has got red flags all over it. Let's have a look. Okay, again. It's only followed by one account. I don't know that account. It's not a reputable person that I'm aware of. Wait. So they're burning. Okay. So that's why they dev sniped so many. 5 times is now 10 minutes going to burn a few minutes. Oh, there's a few minutes. And that was an hour ago, yeah. And that's probably why I pumped initially. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. Happy to fade that. Watch it probably pump because at the end of the day, guys, that's often a level of reversal if a meme coin shows a lot of strength and if it generally pumps into that 1 to 10 billion sort of range. So if you ever see a meme sort of do this, okay, and it did reach, so this one reached 2 mil, I'm going to say. Yeah, no, what's is that quick math right? Yeah, about that, 2.5 mil. Oh no, 3 mil. Sorry, 3 mil. Yeah. So yeah, it could. I mean, it could, but that's a red flag. I avoid that. I go to the next play. That's insight into how it goes. Okay. All right. So shill your tickets. Let's have a look. All right. Let's have a look. I'm gonna go all the way back to the top. All right. Crash on base. All right. I haven't been trading on bases frequently at the moment. I just find it too probably just not as much liquidity as I'd like to see compared to Solana. You just have so much more opportunity on Solana. So again, that's good. Basis for slower sort of plays like Brett. A classic example is Brett. Like how long it just creeped up and then all of a sudden it pumped to 2 bill. So it's a Brett is what I do hold Brett longer term. So let's have a look. Yeah, okay. So you saw, yeah. So again, like this is a classic example. It's just for something like this, like I said, like if you look at, and I haven't checked the contract, so again, I'll show you my processes. So for this one, you got to come to Auto Simulator. So that's the one on ETH. Soul Scanner is one on Base. Sorry, Soul Scanner is on Solana. All right, let's have a look. So green flags, 100% burnt. That's great. Top 10, 25%. Probably a little bit high. I'd have to look at that online. This dev, let's have a look. Launch rugged probably about 25%. Yeah, about rugged at 25%. Yeah, okay. No, but yeah, so it's all right. But let's look at bubble mats. Like it's always good to do your due diligence, guys, because if you're trading these, you want to ultimately make money. So let's have a look. This is my process. Yeah, big whales. So as you can see, it's supported by that as well. This one here, bit of a worry. Okay, they have distributed quite a lot. Yeah, so their cluster owns 6% of supply. So that's a bit of a red flag there, guys. 2% still quite high. 0.65, 0.6. Yeah, so yeah, this purple one here is a little bit of a worry on something like this. But ultimately, as you can see, so this would have pumped to, yeah, quite a high. Wow, 8 million. Did it come out that, geez, this must have had some cabal backing or something. Or some influencers shilling this because it pumped up bloody hard. That's like 40 mil. Hectic. All right, so, but this is on the day chart, so it's slow moving. Okay, so this is across the day. So, but yeah, you're looking at this potential breakout soon. If you flip this, break there. Ideally, keep an eye on that cluster. If they start to offload, then it could dump, or they offload quite quickly. Then you're not going to know. But yeah, support level. That's what you want to see. So that could be a potential play. All right, on to the next one. I will have a look at this. I don't know what it is. FGBM, is that how you say it? Have I typed that in? No, I think I typed that in wrong. FBGM. FBGM. All right. Yeah, okay. I figured it would be derogatory. I'm not going to touch this. I'm not even going to bring this up. I'm not bringing that one up. It's literally like at nearly zero. I don't like the title of it. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, swearing's fine, but at the end of the day, I'm not bringing up something that's literally under $20,000. Put that one away. All right, let's go to Heat. Let's have a look. All right, so Heat. I assume it's this one. So Elmo, I don't know. It's always weird when I always find it weird when they have a like Elmo with Bring the Heat Elmo. Like why isn't it called Elmo? So I don't know. I don't really like that sort of stuff. All right, so low liquidity, sort of low volume. Yeah, you've seen a little bit of volume over the past day. A chart like this is so hard to sort of know what's going to happen because it's inorganically pumped generally by a influencer or someone shilling in a group, and you can see that by just sort of price action and low volume out of nowhere just went bang. So someone would have shielded or a group would have bought into it and then they would have shielded higher and those sorts of things. So probably an avoid for me. Again, you want to see like, even though this is probably one that I don't like about the cluster on base, what you do see is sort of this is organic price action. Okay, you can clearly see that this is an organic price action. This all here over at the start, this over here, all organic, okay? And then ultimately sellers stepped out. We formed a bit of a bottom, but then, yeah, inorganic sort of pumps were then dumped, and then a big deal, yeah, so big green, yeah. I probably avoid heat for me. There's probably better players out there, in my opinion. All right, Dumpy, let's look at Mog, or not Mog, Mog, too much of a Mog bull. It's ridiculous. Now, this is one that I did see someone make well, the funny thing is a person live stream, so I can't remember what his name is on Twitter, but he called apparently 100x on a live stream. And the funny thing is he bought in low, but he sold really early. Okay, so let's have a look. There we go. So he sold really early. Like, he made a bag, like, don't get me wrong, I think he made like he got in at like 50k and sold it, like, I don't know, I can't remember, like a decent chunk. Like, he made a 5 to 10x or something, and then it went on to run crazy amounts. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I called a 20x or a 30x." No, bro, you literally sold early. Like, that's not calling a token. So yeah. Anyways, that's beside the point. So always be careful of those sorts of people that generally say, "Oh yeah, I called 100x." Well, did you actually trade the 100x, or did you take profit at 3x? So yeah, always be aware of that sort of stuff. All right, let's look at Mob. So we sort of forming a range at the moment. We did put in a lower high. Again, a really interesting chart. I don't even know, like, sort of, you can just clearly see that this is probably support where it currently is. Short term, this probably looks more bearish than bullish. You've got lower highs, sort of kind of like this. So if it can sort of hold this support level here down for you, like, so if it can bounce here a couple of times, maybe create like a triple bottom or even a double bottom, so come up here, retest like that, okay, maybe it could be worth a play. Right now it's probably in a no trade zone for me. If we do look like this, let's look at the top. It's kind of even a double top, guys. Like, that's generally, like, look at that. And that is a classic sell. That is a classic sell. If you ever see something like this where it struggles to break above its previous high, get out of that token and wait for rebuy opportunities down here. So yeah, no surprise, it's holding golden pocket at the moment. So if it does break down, it probably retests the 786 or the 886. So keep an eye on that. Probably a no trade zone for me right now. It's showing more weakness than bullishness. All right, thanks for that one, Danfy. All right, Bobo, let's have a look at that one. All right, Bobo on WETH. Right, this one's a massive market cap. So 86 million. Look at that. That is a move and a half. All right, so interestingly, we saw a big wick up there. We probably are kind of ranging a little bit. You could probably say that's your support, pretty much where price action is. You could probably draw that better like this. I would say there's probably a liquidity here. Some bots have probably got a few buy orders set or some stop losses there, which a lot of bots can do. And you can do that on Pepe Boost or Shuriken, which I have in the description below. This being on WETH, I would trade this on Shuriken. That is my go-to bot. I'll show you what that looks like as well. I released a video. You can watch that on my YouTube channel. I dropped that just yesterday, I think it was, actually. Yeah, how to trade on Shuriken and sign up. It's a fantastic platform. You can actually bridge. Like, if you're trading on Solana and you want to bridge to base, you can bridge using their platform for only 1%. Insane, guys. Shuriken killing the game. So yeah, more videos coming soon with them. Ultimately, yeah, same sort of stuff. Like, if Bitcoin breaks down, guys, like, this is what I mean. Like, you have to consider macro. Like, some things can, like, yeah, a diamond in, like, yes, 1 out of 10 can pump to crazy levels when the macro is still bearish. But if Bitcoin and the macros go down further, then these will go way lower. Same sort of thing as what I said earlier about a few other altcoins. The more times you knock on a door, so say there's a door here and we're knocking 1, we're knocking 2, we're knocking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we're testing 8. Generally, that shows more short-term weakness for me. But you never know. You could bounce from here. Let's look at the fib and see what level we're currently looking at. A little bit of a loose fib. Let's clean that up a little bit to 0. Yeah, it's broken its bottom of golden pocket. So likely also, if I just clean this all up, yeah, so I'm pretty sure the lower fib was down here somewhere. So yeah, it could break down for me. Bobo. All right. Jupe's not a meme coin. Yeah, I know. I said this in my group, actually, and we had a discussion about Jupiter and Radium. I've been a Radium bull for literally from the bear market lows. And it even proves my case even more with the amount of meme coins that are dropped every single day, liquidity pools and radium. Jupiter's great. Don't get me wrong. Jupiter is the most dominant DEX out there. They've obviously got leverage on their platform as well. And I think Jupiter is a great play. But for me, I just think Radium probably has higher upside. It's on-chain analytics. It's still got plenty of volume coming in, so they're making lots of revenue. I would just prefer to own Radium for me, but I think Jupe is a decent hold this cycle. Decent hold this cycle. All right, bro. All right. Yeah, people in this group. Yeah, so shout out. Oh, I can't remember who. Someone literally. I'm going to get this wrong. Let me find it. I'm going to find the chat. All right. Yeah, shout out to Steed Whisper legend, absolute legend, man. He made a big bag on this token, so that's great to see. I love it when people like jump in and learn some strategies from me. They either stay or they move out for whatever reason, and then he's come back, and it's so good to see, man. Like he made a huge bag, and that's what I'm here to do at the end of the day, guys. Is ultimately trying to educate you guys to make smarter decisions so that you guys can lock in more profits over term as well. So, all right, we're looking at bro. I have heard rumors that this is a good dev, so that's always good to see. We're kind of just sort of trending down at the moment. Liquidity, yeah, could be a little bit better, but I mean, we are sort of in this sort of trend like that, the white trend. I do not see really. We're seeing. I mean, we've got support at the 0.618, which is good. Like a shallow pullback's always good. Probably a no trade zone for me right now. Maybe short term, you could watch that sort of white trend line there, guys, and see what happens. Like, I mean, you do sort of have strength here with the double bottom and support off the 0.618, which is always good. But ultimately, guys, you want to see an increase in volume down the bottom as well to support that. So if you don't see this, or a couple of things. So if you see this break up like this and hold that level like this and push higher, but you don't actually see volume increase or you see red candles increase, probably take profits because it likely falls over like this and then goes down like this and actually breaks down. However, if you see green candles come in the bottom down here and you see this sort of move up like this, then yeah, no, that could be a good little short-term trade on bro. Again, this is just purely chart analysis. I haven't looked at the token in terms of security and safety and who the holders and all those types of things. Like, please always do that. And that's why I'll show you that. Let me find that. Let me find that thread. All right, probably one of the most important threads I've ever written. Let me find it. All right, good reminder, guys. Good reminder to subscribe or smash the follow button if you're watching here on X. Really do appreciate it, guys. Really do appreciate it. All right, here it is. So I dropped it how long ago? What's that? 5.5 hours ago, guys. This is probably one of my most important threads because so many people, I get DMs every day. I get comments on my YouTube videos, so many different things, okay? Like people getting rugged, and so I've simplified it. I think there's like eight different thread points in this thread about how I ape into meme coins, but how I ape into meme coins safely, okay? And I've shown you a few of those strategies in this video. So ultimately, go check it out, guys. Give it a retweet, give it a like if you can. Really do appreciate it. Bookmark it so you can come back to it, guys, because that it's an important one, okay? And I'll show you really quickly, but yeah, Soul Scanner Bot, I already showed you how that works in this live stream. Rug Check's another great one to use on Solana. Auto Symbot, already showed you that, how to use that, using Ethereum base or Blast tokens. Bubble Mats, again, we showed that on the stream as well. Holder Scan's one that I didn't show yet, but it just shows you the strength of holders. Ideally, you want them to be going up, and ideally, you don't want top holder counts to have a large section of supply, which is what this Bubble Maps kind of shows you as well. That's the Slurf. Remember the Slurf airdrop? So I looked at that. Look at that. That's so much toxicity there. I hated everything about that pre. What do you call it? I don't even remember what they called. What do you call them? I'm not at live comments, so I can't look. What are they called? I keep forgetting. Can someone let me know in the comments? I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, where you send money as a pre something and essentially, yeah, they give you a token back. So yeah, an airdrop. Yeah, fade that rubbish. Absolutely fade that rubbish. Anyways, Dex Screen Up, I use that all the time. The best platform. And like it says here, guys, underrated is the tabs. Like if we come to bro, look at this. How easy is that? Website, Twitter, Telegram. How easy is that? And it's like right there on my chart. Like, okay, so bro could be a trade. You know what? Do I want to take this trade? Is there volume? Not really. What time of the day is it? Yeah, Australia's waking up. Okay. Not a bad time. Oh, I'll keep an eye on it. Okay. I probably would take this trade. So I'll come back to it. 2.1 million. I would like to see it break. I'd probably DCA here. I'll I'll probably DCA if it shows more strength, and I'll probably cut below. Yeah, we'll see if it plays out. It's on the 15 minute. We might not get to see it live on stream, but I probably would look at maybe taking a trade on this. Again, you've got pretty a little short term sort of trend there as well. Wicks show that there's either bots or a big set of buyers stepping in. So yeah, I probably like that's not a bad trade. You know what? I'll chuck a couple soul on it. Hold on. Let's cop it. So that's bro. Oh yeah, actually no, yeah. No, I'll cop a bit of bro. So that went through. Just to show proof, there you go. Went through 3 sol, aped a little bit of 3 sol, 2.1 million. Let's keep an eye on that at the moment. All right. So keep an eye on bro. All right, we'll come back to bro. Thanks to Connor for bro. Scrolly. Let's have a look. Did I look at Bobo already? Yeah, I looked at Bobo, didn't I? Let's have a look. Was that a different one? Bobo and Weath, right? Yeah, no, I already looked at it, right? Yeah, I did. Okay, I really looked at that one. So that must be a popular one. A couple of people have talked about that. Okay, Loyal Soldier, thanks for tuning in, legend. Let's have a look at Oreo. Okay, one I haven't heard of yet. I assume it's this one here. Oh, is this it? Yeah, nah, not touching that. Is that it? Oreo Memecoin released today on Sol. Let's have a look. No, that's not it. I don't know. I can't find it. All right. Feel free to drop Bill Gates' dog. How old is it? This one? Maybe it's this one. No liquidity? Obviously not that one. All right. Anyways. I don't know. Can't find it. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Zaros with motion. Okay, let's have a look. No. Again, I haven't heard of any of these. Motion. Let's have a look. 2 months, 5 days. That's an oldie. Been around a long time. Let's have a look. Bearish, probably bearish. We've got this sort of trend here. You could even say it's kind of already broken that trend, guys. Yeah, no, probably not touching this one. And again, this is a classic example of a influencer or a cabal or a group of people stepping in and going, hey, let's find an old token at zero, and let's pump it. And as you can see, a lot of people took profits here aggressively with those wicks, and then he came back down, and then, yeah, it did move up more. This is more organic price action. That's what I want to see, okay? But no, yeah, probably showing short-term weakness on motion. Just Sim, thanks for being here, mate. I appreciate you so much, man. Thanks for your shout-out earlier today as well for my tweet. I appreciate that, mate. All right, crash on base. Let's have a look. All right, and once I've gone through the comments, I'll have a look. Oh no, we did look at crash. I swear we look at this already. So multiple comments. Hey guys, come on, just one comment per ticker, okay? That way. Yeah. So crash again. Like I already digested that early in the stream. Let's have a look. Deborah, thanks for tuning in. Loyal supporter, Deborah. I really do appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you're learning. In my group. I appreciate you joining. Let me know if you have any questions. Always there to help you out. Dumpy, don't do it, mate. Don't do it. Okay. I'll do it. Remember, I did say this. I did say if it goes to 3 Billy, I'll get a little sneaky tat. Yeah, so pretty straightforward. We're seeing beautiful. This is a beautiful trend. Like, so you got bullish price action, bull flag. Okay, bull flag, and then support as well. Like we saw support. Okay, and then massive double bottom there initially, and that's where I was shilling Mog so much, guys. That was 180. It's so much time there, and I was like, please. Then we broke up. Obviously, we reached, I think this was like 600 milli. Yeah, pretty much where price action is now. And then obviously, beautiful chart again. Bull flag, break up. And obviously, short-term bull flag. Now, really interestingly, if I draw, we kind of you can loosely say it's kind of like that. Really loosely. And then you got like kind of like this, okay? So resolution soon. And I mean, like this could be a very big move. Very big move. Like I don't know. Like where are we currently? About there. So 56. Oh, there's the Billy. That's a Billy. All right, that's $1 billion for Mog. Okay, that 1.618. Oh, give it to me. I'm not in any. I closed my long. I made a lot of money on that long. Again, short term longing right now is quite hard, guys. Like macro, just it's annoying. But yeah, I would like to long Mog into this massive move. Okay, so yeah, 1.618. That's 57 move on. So that's about over half. That's $1 billion. Yeah, so 60% of 612 million is $1 billion. That's $1 billion. That would be it. And then obviously we push up here. So 1.25. Let me do some quick math. That's 25% of 600 is about what, 150. So it'd be 612. That'd be about 1.4 bill. Okay. But I honestly think that if once Mog breaks that psychological, well, I mean, it hits 720 or a little bit higher, I think. But once it breaks that psychological level of 1 bill, it'll do something like this, right? Like this is, and then, oh man, people like, oh, Brett's going up to the moon. No, dude, things can't go up forever. Okay, of course this is going to retrace. All right, of course this is going to go down. All right, and it is. But what it did do, I got to try and find it. So yeah, literally, look at this. So this is days. It spent. Look at this. It retested and bounced between this sort of 1 billion range. So it's about 1 billion there to about 1.2 billion there. It retested that for 4 days, and then in the space of literally a week, it went to 2 billion. I think Mod could do something similar to that. So again, I'd love to long it. I don't have a long at the moment, so I'll be keeping an eye on it at the time. Any trades taken today? Yes, I failed a Bitcoin short. Probably should have played the long, but I was feeling the short. Okay, but hey, look, you don't win every single trade. And that's an important reminder for everybody that you don't win every single trade. So I think I might just have to close a few tabs here. I might be a bit glitchy. So let me know if I'm glitchy, guys. All right. So no, any trades today? No, I'll have a look soon. Oh no, I did. I just took one. I don't even remember what it was. Oh, bro, I just got into bro, but that was live on stream. Okay, we're up 2%. Let's go, 2%. All right, so that was bro. Outside that, no, I've DCA'd into Mog recently. And like I said at the top of the show, I did concentrate my portfolio. Okay. I cut AVAX. I'm spitting it out there. I cut AVAX. Because if you look at that AVAX versus Solana chart, you want to be in Solana. Okay. You want to be in Solana. Pups, T-Ward, let's have a look. I'll be transparent again. I actually listed all my runes. Like I'd much rather probably hold Bitcoin. I think I'm seeing a few people get to this sentiment as well. And shout out to Clemente, mate. You made the right decision. You made the right decision by not owning some runes. But yeah, we're looking at, I think runes have kind of taken liquidity away from ordinals. And I think a lot of people are starting to realize that too, which is bearish. Like I'm much more of a ordinals fan, okay? Ultimately, BRC20s are what runes are. And everyone's like, oh, wait for exchanges. I mean, Bitcoin money, yeah, you never know. But I just feel like there's better plays. Like I'm so much better like trading Solana meme coins every single day than trying to like make liquidity over there. I'd rather now that I got to 1 Bitcoin in my spot portfolio, I just want to hold that. Like I don't want to trade that. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to swing trade a few puppets. I still think puppets is probably the one trade that I would take on Bitcoin. If I see them, I don't even know where they're at. Well, like just to show, yeah, T-Wood. Yeah, no good. You don't want to be buying this rubbish. So no, get that off. But let's have a look at puppets really quickly. All right. Also, don't forget to subscribe, guys. Smash the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching on X, hit the follow button, guys. I drop daily alpha. But guys, please come to my link tree. I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. And now a lot of people out there, a lot of people don't go to YouTube from Twitter. I'm going to show you how to do it really simply, okay? Come here. Come to my profile. Click on Linktree. All right? It's going to open a page like this. Literally this second tab here, Greeny on YouTube, okay? Come here, okay? Come here. Click the subscribe button, all right? It'll be up the top here for you. Click the subscribe button, guys, okay? There's so much education on my channel, all right? So much education. Look at it. Look at all this. There's like so much, all right? Like there is so much education here on how to become a better trader overall, but meme coins specifically. Like that's what I do, okay? I'm trying to educate you all. So come up here, click subscribe, guys, and you'll get a range of these different videos. I try to drop a video most days, but yeah, click the subscribe button. Super easy. Come to Twitter, come to my link tree, and then click subscribe, guys. I would really appreciate it. It does help me grow, and I want to get to 10K soon, okay, so that more education can get out there ASAP. All right, little shill. I got to do it. All right, so let's have a look at puppets. 0.126. Now, really interestingly, let's have a look. Oh, these charts are magic. Eden, I hate them. How do I make this even bigger? Trading view? Is it going to give me a trading view chart? I like everything about this. It screams frustration. Like how? Oh, there we go. Got it. I got it. Oh, that's kind of clean actually. If you can do that. All right. So if we look here, I'm on the third. What am I on the third? What am I on here? How do I want to change? No, I want to change the. Oh, how do I change this? 30 minutes. Yeah, I don't want that. There we go. All right. let's have a look at this. All right. Does it have an auto button? Doesn't even have an auto. Oh, no, it does. There we go. All right, all right, all right. Oh, okay. All right. So you see, okay, so big thing for NFTs or ordinals, same thing, is you want to see listings coming down, which, okay, maybe listings starting to come down. All right. If you see a low, that's a good thing. Okay. It means that listings are coming down. What you want to see is sort of what price is doing here. So it's definitely got support at the zero point 0.1. I was going to say, if I see a puppet at zero point 0.1, I was probably going to buy one on stream, but they're not quite there. They're at 0.12. We're seeing sort of, I can't even draw can I do TA on this chart? No, no, can't do TA on this chart. Anyways, we kind of go envision a line there. Okay, kind of like this, right? Like that. If listings continue down and we definitely got support at 0.12, probably, you know what, 0.12. So this is getting close to, I think, a resolution. And I think the resolution is going to be a pump. All right. You're hearing it here first. I would love to see a dip, a higher low. I'd buy one. If it gets to 0.11, I'll buy one there. Okay, a little bit low, a little bit low. I want to save that Bitcoin now. Okay, I'm saving a Bitcoin. I'm hodling my Bitcoin for a million. Shout out to PO. Bitcoin's going to a million. I can't wait to be a millionaire with my one Bitcoin. Okay, shout out to you, PO. Appreciate you. But yeah, I'm looking here at 0.11. I become interested in a puppet again. Okay, but not pups. I should have taken pups off the screen. Not the token, but definitely the ordinal. All right. Definitely, we looked at mob. Oh no, you said. Oh, so you typed mog. I just shilled you mog. So long. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey. At least I did some analysis on mog for everybody, okay? And you can see why I'm so bullish on it, okay? All right, drinks break. Alrighties, alrighties. Let's crack on. I could max go another half an hour. Max go another half an hour, guys. So I'd love to dive in deep, but I'm still going through the comments. So I appreciate all the comments. Let me know if there's a ticker you want me to check. I'll have a look. Rent. Haven't heard of it. Oh no, I did see it. I saw it on trending. I think. Yeah, let's have a gaze. So I'm pretty sure they were trying to follow the landlord team, which I'm not a fan of that because landlord actually was more of a botted volume attempt to get it up here, guys. Yeah, red flags. Oh, I just hold on. I'll go back to that in a sec. But yeah, let's have a look. No, probably not a buyer. I mean, it is holding 7.86, but it's got a long time. Long time. I mean, broke out of that a little bit. Yeah, so I'm not trading that anyway here. Probably a fade for me right now. Let's go back to Beast. Let's go back to Beast. Oh, we made the right call, guys. We made the right call. Dev sniped heaps. Look at this. It's going to zero. It's going to zero with haste. Look at that. Dump. Go to zero. All the way down there. Zero. And that's what I got. It's good to always do technical analysis on trades that you don't take as well, because at the end of the day, you then teach yourself if you're making the right decision. So always remember that too, okay? You don't always have to take a trade, okay? Sometimes paper trading is the best strategy that you can do to learn. Right, let's have a look. We looked at bro lock-in. Let's have a look at lock-in. Shout out to Shred, who called Cook incredibly low in my trading group. And he got over 100x. So shout out to Shred, man. Absolute degen, but I love him. He's a good guy. He's a great guy. All right. Oh man. Oh my god. Like, how far do I have to zoom out here? Yeah, lock in. I just feel like what's so you got to look at the risk to reward play here, right? So this is at 27 mil. Like, it's probably going to retest. Like, it kind of already is, and it did a little bit already, but like, I mean, you could probably draw it about that. Like, that's very steep. And so often I find anything like this, okay, I think this will break down here personally. That's what I think will happen. And I'm happy to be wrong. Looking at this, like looking at the pace of that over the what's that? 2 weeks. 2 weeks it did what? Yeah, 6.7x. I mean, it could break high. But I lean more in the bearish side at the moment. Probably a no trade zone for me. You know the way I like to trade. I like to trade getting in early, or I like to trade an aggressive, beautiful pattern trade. Something like this, too steep. You're buying literally. You are buying. If you're buying this right now, guys, you're buying at 25% off, or like it just your risk to reward there is just not worth it, guys. Not worth it. Okay, something like this, right? Let's check back in on a trade that I did take. Okay, something like this. Look at that. Look at that. That's what you want. Okay. Oh. We did see a little green candle, which I spoke about. We're seeing confirmation. So this could be, in theory, like you break up, retest, bang. You can either retest the trend or retest the 0.5 and then go bang. So we're watching this. Okay. So I'm up. I don't even know. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. 7%. Let's go. In big gains. All right. Big gains. Love it. But no, that's what I like to trade. I like to trade like that, guys, okay? Where it's a beautiful, like you go to double bottom, you got support of the 0.618. You want to see volume increase. We saw one spike. So if this little red fella keeps continuing, that's not good. But we'll have a look. We'll keep a look. I'm not bearish until it maybe drops below that. Okay. And sometimes you have to take a loss to get a gain. And what I mean by that, hold through red. We might do something like this. We might do something like that. Okay. Sometimes you have to hold through red. And you always want to cut, okay? You want to cut because the alternative is zero, okay? And I talk about that often. But ultimately, guys, I'm looking at there. That's my cut level, 0.618, probably there. And I mean, I could set a stop loss. If I want. And that's the beauty here. Pepe Boost, sign up using the comments or on my link tree if you're on Twitter. Okay, limit order here. I could set a stop loss, but I won't because I'll be watching it on the chart. All right, so, bro, looking good. All right, on to the next one. We're still cruising. Whew. All right. Bobo already looked at it. Deep legend. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate. All right. Jasim, cousin. Let's have a look at this. All right. I'm starting to see a few Remilio versions. Oh, man. This is going to... don't do this to me. Wait, hold on. How long ago did you show this to me? 45. Oh, dude, 20 minutes. Oh, my screen's frozen. I'm glitching. All right, hopefully you still got me. Dude, 20 minutes ago, what was that? It was about here. So it was about 45. So that was, where was that? Oh, I mean, it could have been, oh no, about there. So it's down here. Oh, we missed out on a 1.5 gainer because I was up in the high comments. God damn. All right. I'll probably fade this for now. You know me, Jasim. I like to wait for a pullback. Because everything does pull back, all right? Eventually, whether it pumps to 5 bill or 5 mil or 500K, everything eventually does pull back. So I'm watching this probably. Watching sort of, that's quite steep. It probably comes down here. Yeah, look at that. Live on stream, guys. Probably comes down there. You do have sort of support here. So it might hold that. Yeah. We might bounce a little bit there first. And you might see, okay, you'll see resolution, literally. What are we on? We're on the one. Let's watch it, okay? So two ways you can play this. If you're in the trade from lower, this would be my cut. I would cut below this if we break below this trend here because that's very aggressive. That's the first trade. If you're not in this, I probably don't take it because, again, like the risk to reward, liquidity is quite low. And again, I haven't checked the safety. So I'll be back. Let's check this safety because I got to do due diligence every time, guys. I'm not buying this till I've checked it. Let's have a look. Top 10's good. Oh, dude, this is okay. Healthy contract. All right, let's go back. Okay, so that leads me towards, okay, I could take a swing trade on this. So that's green flags. All right, I've checked it. So price action here. Yeah, so very interesting. We're seeing mad wicks. So I assume people are clipping big bags. For Sol, not too big, but it's showing you that with only 41K liquidity, you're seeing some mad wicks. This probably breaks down. However, that's when I look for my trades. That's when I come back. I say, okay, Greeny, come back to this chart in about maybe 20 minutes, and you could see yourself a banger. Now, okay, so two trades. Watch it for confirmation like that. This is quite steep, so probably breaks down. We're testing the support level there, so liquidity has kind of been there. So we're testing it, which we are doing. That's why we're wicking. Okay, both the long-term support there and the sideways support here, guys. But likely you want to see it hold there, maybe scoop there, which there is kind of support there, I suppose. But likely probably breaks into the 0.618 golden pocket region. If you can't hold that, break down here. If I see sort of a flag like this, okay, let's draw it. Let's draw it because this is what I do, guys. This is what I do. You see something like this, all right? Like that, okay? I'd probably step in to buy down there. If I see a 0.786 pullback, which is quite low, oh man, On a token that's only worth 160, that's a juicy move. That is a juicy trade. If you can get that back to old time, 4x, bang. All right, I'm not taking the trade here. Not taking it, but let's keep an eye on it. I'm going to keep that in the background. All right, Chonky. Yeah, that's one I haven't heard of for a long time. Let's have a look. I've got to pull up a new tab so I can keep an eye on Cousin. All right, let's have a gaze. Chonky. How many more comments? Oh, I'm nearly at the bottom. Let's go. And guys, thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. I miss chilling with you all. It's been so long. I remember I was running up 500 plus viewers on a stream. It's good to be back. We got, how many got in the house? 390. Yeah, 390 in the house. Okay, let's get this to 500. Australia should be waking up soon. What are we? 4 hours? 5 a.m. Maybe a little bit too early. Yeah, I miss being home. So good traveling though. Learned so much about myself, about the world. Beautiful Europe. Check out Europe. Oh man, actually, I was going to bring this up. Hold on. Yeah, we'll keep this up because this is a trade. A trade that I wouldn't take. I just want to show you. I want to talk about this. Where is it? Oh, also the bull market isn't over. If you watch the video, just watch the video. So you got to do the clickbait stuff. I hate it, but I love it. You know, I hate it. I love it. I dropped some alpha today. Look at this. That was a banger, guys. Check that one out too. Dumps. We have not dumped at all compared to last cycle. All right, where is it? There's my thread that I wrote. That's Slurf. Ugh, red flags. Where is it? I think it must have been early in the day. That was a YouTube video I dropped today. I dropped 3 videos today, guys. Check them out on my channel. I showed you how to do that earlier. Oh yeah. I forgot about this. Yeah, I'm doing an IG giveaway actually. So yeah, follow me, Greeny Trades on IG. I'm giving you a 50% discount to my Alpha Group, guys. So got the July sale, which I spoke to you about before. So 25% off. Okay, 25% off this or this. But I'm also running this. Okay, I think it's about 12 hours. Yeah, 12 hours left. Maybe 13. You must show comment. You must comment on this, guys. Okay. But here, it basically says here, follow me on my new IG. Okay, you got to show proof in the comments. I'm giving you a 50% discount to my trading group. There's been a few entries already. Only 10. You got a good chance. You got a really good chance, guys. You must comment. You must show proof in the comments. Otherwise, you can't qualify because I'm going to use the comments to prove. So who's done it. So yeah, check that out. But that's not the tweet. This is what I wanted. So obviously, I've been traveling Europe, as you all know, for coming up on 5 months now. I've been to 12 countries. Obviously, a lot of people have been talking about Brussels and Belgium and how someone got robbed there. I went there, and I honestly felt safer in Brussels than a lot of other countries. I did obviously dive on some analysis, and it is one of the most dangerous parts in the world. But guys, like Belgium, beautiful country. Highly recommend going to Bruges. Stunning, absolutely stunning city. But yeah, I just wanted to say a lot of people, so OSF, shout out to OSF, big fan for a long time. But essentially he's saying here, like the fight between America and England, guys, go to Australia. It is like such a beautiful place to live, to go on a holiday with. There's such a vast majority of places. Like I lived in Brizzy. I love Brizzy. Melbourne is a vibe. I'd highly check it. If you're a coffee fan, a bar fan, a music fan, art fan, go to Melbourne. Melbourne's a sport fan, is capital city bloody for sport. But Brisbane, if you like the sun, you like the coast, like the beach, the sand beaches. Beaches here in Europe are all stones, guys. I mean, it's good because you don't get sand on your feet, but at the end of the day, guys, like Australia, check it out. If you haven't had a chance, it's a long way away. Check it out. Would highly recommend it. You won't be left disappointed. All right, Chonky, let's have a look. So I did analysis on this a while ago. Oh, hold on. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, we're looking. So we're seeing big dumps. So we're seeing big clips. And look where it finds support, guys, on the golden pocket. This is why I do what I do, guys. This is why I do what I do. So hopefully you're learning. Okay. Now, a couple of things here. I could DCA here. However, these two big and like the wicks are showing me that this problem and like low liquidity. Yeah, I don't take this trade yet. This probably likely hits these levels. Okay, so I'll keep it in the background because I want to come back to this just to show you how I do take trades. If you don't snipe early, okay, so strategy 1, get in here. If you're sniping, you have the time, you're sitting at a computer watching BullX, watching BonkBot alerts, etc., you can do it. But if you're like me, your time is precious or you're busy traveling, you got to take more swing-based plays, okay, at the end of the day. But this is what I'm looking at. If it can't hold this, which I don't think it's going to based on these wicks, based on lower liquidity, Probably comes down to at least here, maybe even the 0.8686. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on that one. All right, Chonky. Yeah, no, I'm not touching this rubbish. Died. Yeah, again, this shows you, this is a classic example of, oh, I'm on the week chart. I was like, literally, that's a classic example of someone just shilling it and it pumping. But no, it's on the week chart. Oh, no wonder it's so pumpy dumpy. All right, so let's have a look here. Yeah, so again, we saw a massive, like out of nowhere, like I remember, I think he got shilled. Can't remember who. He got shilled, and yeah, no wonder he got shilled a couple times. Yeah, you don't want to touch something like this, guys. You don't want to touch anything like that. You don't want to touch that. Don't touch that. Okay, don't touch that. All right. Oh, legend. Appreciate you. Show some love. D Boton Crypto. Appreciate you, man. I did check out your channel. Keep going with your videos, man. Keep hustling. Keep going. You'll make it as well. Okay. Honest thoughts and daddy. Oh, anything to do with that man. I just don't. Man, I was tuning into Whale.swoosh's stream the other night. Shout out to Whale, big supporter as well. And he was touching on about we like, and I was in the comments, and he was replying to me in the comments, and we're talking a little bit about was the Andrew Tate interview with Thread Guy a good thing for crypto? And I think like the interview literally, I think it was like, I don't know, it's 3 hours or 2 hours long. They spoke about crypto like a little bit, but like what the main takeaway from that was that he's a hypocrite, man, and he's a misogynist. He's such a bad person in my opinion. And ultimately, I think Thread Guy leveraged him to obviously try and promote himself, which is great. Like by all means, man, like keep going. Like Thread Guy's killing it with content, and shout out to him. He's a good guy in terms of pushing crypto content. I like that. But in terms of going to interview that person, not a fan. And I avoided this altogether. I think I did miss it anyway. I think I was traveling. But again, yeah. Nah. But we're talking, yeah, no, Whale and I were talking a little bit about how apparently there's going to be an airdrop for some other bloody token that Andrew Tate's going to drop. But like, I mean, just look at this rubbish. Look at this. Like, I'm just not a fan, man. Just not a fan of the way he treats people, talks to people, all that sort of stuff. But I mean, you've got a breakout coming soon. Breakout means can go in either direction. That's all right. That's what I think of that. Okay, I'm not going to touch that. But honest thoughts. You got to break out soon. Watch direction. Probably you've got declining volume, so yeah, you probably see this resolute soon within the next week. Watch for either confirmation like that or confirmation like that. Okay, that would be the trades to look at. I would short this if I could, but I cannot because it isn't listed on an exchange. Pierre, you up on bro? Let's have a look. I've got cousin. I wanted to keep an eye on cousin. I just worry about the liquidity on cousin. I'll keep an eye on it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to bring up another tab. Bro. Let's go back to bro. What are we at? Yeah, it's still at the same area. So that shows me. Okay, couple things here. Couple things. It probably takes longer to play out. All right. Probably takes longer to play out. I'm gonna go to sleep in probably 3 hours or less. I probably don't want to hold something like this into sleep. So I'm going to cut just due to a lack of volume. Now, volume is so important when trading memes because ultimately, so I made 8%. There you go. Show proof. There you go. Sold 8%. 8%. Now, ideally, I would have loved to see this break higher. And as you can see, yeah, nah. It's just like we're seeing, like we did. You want to see a green spike in volume. Okay. You want to see this spike in volume and go green. Like this big green bars like that. We haven't seen that. We've been here now, yeah, for half an hour watching that token. Probably has, like, I mean, it could come down here and bounce eventually in the coming hours, which are often good hours. But for me right now, guys, I'm just gonna take the little 8% move. And sometimes, guys, got to compound those gains. Yes, yeah, but agree. Oh, so is that for cousin or bro? No, yeah, cousin. Yeah. So cousin, I still got that. Yeah, so it's holding. Keep an eye on the background. All right, I might be live. I'm 20. All right, man. Are you a top holder? You a top holder there, Jasim? Are you shilling your bags, bro? You shilling your bags? Nah, it's all good. It's all G. I'm just joking. All right, this one I haven't looked at too well. Okay. This is the last one. Let's go. We're up to date. All right. This one I'm gonna put out trading view because it's a banger. Now I was looking at taking a long on this. I might freeze here. Hopefully, I don't freeze. All right, I got to close a few tabs still. Oh my gosh, so many tabs. All right, Pepe. Um, all right, let's have a look. Pepe on my list. There it is. Yeah. So turn off the EMA for this one. Let's look at that. All right. So Pepe, I was looking at the long here. It did hit obviously stop loss. Looking at this. So this is a bull flag. Love to see it on a macro time frame. Like this is like Pepe could just do this, like literally just do that out of the blue, and I think it will. We're seeing this is on the daily, so we're seeing RSI stochastic momentum at the bottom. Yeah, see, there's still movement for lower potentially on the weekly. This is what I mean. A lot of weekly charts just need to chill. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why we could be sideways for a bit of time still, guys. But T Wood, like you would have seen in the group, I did want to long this, but we probably like it is breaking. Like we see something here soon. We see it flip like this and go like that, or we see it break down here, retest, bang, and go back down here. Probably depends on what happens with Bitcoin. Okay, that's my 2 cents on Pepe. All right, all right. David's coming in late with some Colts. All right, let's have a geezer. Let's have a geezer. I just got to open up another chart again. Let's put it back on cousin. And let's go to Colt and have a gaze. Colt. All right, let's have a look. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap the stream in 10 minutes. All right, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. All right, let's have a look on Colt. All right, so liquidity. You can see big wicks, which often mean either bots or massive sellers are stepping in. Generally, more of a red flag. Even like on this current candle, not ideal, but obviously let's have a look. You could draw a trend on the bodies, or you could obviously draw a trend sort of on the wicks as well. Not touching this. Similar here. Okay, we're retesting this, and that shows probably same sort of trend earlier as I can't remember the token, but same sort of thing. Resolution literally probably in the next 5 minutes. Likely how much did this pump? 1 mil. Yeah, likely lower in my opinion. And that's what I mean. Like macro right now is not ideal for memes, so that's why you got to remember that. Like, and so for me, short term bearish, short term fear means meme coins probably are more on the short side or going lower. Probably comes to the golden pocket, if not dip lower. That's where I'd become more interested on something like Colt. Rocky, I looked at Rocky. So many people shield me Rocky, and I just as in Rocky, like I don't think it's got an E. So many people shield me this. Wait, no, that's Rock. That's a different one. Maybe it is. Has it got an EY? Wait, why can't I find it? Is this it? Oh, here we go. That's weird. That was so weird. I swear I typed in the right thing. All right, here we go. So many people showed me this. I did see here that I wanted to see break. It obviously supported, went bang. Even less, I don't touch this now. You can see here. Hold on, I got to zoom in now. Higher time frames. Now we got more price action. So this is a classic example, similar to Billy, that eventually, guys, you this is why trends work. Okay, that's why TA works. It goes away from the trend, comes back. Goes away from the trend, comes back. Goes away from the trend. Goes away from the trend, come back. Go away from the trend, come back. Eventually fails. Okay, particularly if this is a very parabolic move, which it kind of is. It could be steeper. Like you can see some that go more like this. Oopsies, I'm just drawing everything. Like something like that is like not good. Like this is not too bad, but yeah, eventually did break through, and obviously yeah, it's kind of consolidating at the moment. If we draw a fib, what's it at? 20 mil, like ridiculous. So it held the golden fib, so that's good. Like, and sometimes you can't. Like sometimes on these memes, like they only ever retrace to the golden fib. Like Pop Dog the other day when we were trading that, only retrace to the golden fib. So yeah, they're where I often DCA around there or around there. Something like this, probably like short-term weakness. Let's have a look. Probably say something like this. Let's clean that up. I got a bit of orange lines there, but something like that. Okay, keep an eye on it. Lots of wicks. People taking profits. Classic. Joel. Let's have a look at Joel. Okay, Joel. Let's have a look at Joel. 80K. I don't really like to touch something like this that's literally only had $100 in, like, because if I buy this, like I'm not buying this, but like if I buy this, I move the whole chart. If I drop this in a group, I move the whole chart. I'm not a pump and dumper. I hate doing that shit. Not a fan. I'm not buying this. There's better plays out there. Better plays out there. All right, let's go back to cousin. And let's go back to bro. Those are the two main ones that come to my mind. Cousin, yeah, so same sort. It bounced from nowhere, but held the sort of bottom of the fib. And it's breaking out that flag. So as I said, broke down that trend like we just saw in that other coin, came back down, retested, broke down, but actually got bought support, which you could kind of see maybe a little bit there, but not really, not enough for me to probably, like, I wouldn't have been buying. I would have had some orders set down here. Would have had some orders set down there. We're obviously stepping up, but again, you want to see continuation higher here. But this is the thing, volume's coming down. So there's no strength in this breakout. No strength in this breakout. See? Okay. And it's a red candle too. So not good. Not good. I know this is on the minute chart, but this is what you do. Okay. We got volume coming down. So eventually you want to see a spike. And if you see price move in a certain direction and a spike in volume, whichever color that is generally what direction it's going to go. It's probably I avoid this. I avoid this for now. Avoid this. It's still not a clean chart. Not clean. Oh, didn't want to delete my feed. I want to delete that one. There we go. Yeah, not clean for me yet. Not clean. Keep an eye. Last night, I already looked at bro. That's the one I wanted to look at because I took a little swing trade on it, 10%. We didn't see volume kick in. Yeah, so it's dumping. We made the right call, guys. Like, okay, so either you want to see a volume spike or you want to see green spike in volume, which we did see one, but we didn't see 2 to 3 candles backing up on the 15-minute. Shows weakness. I cut. I bought in here and I cut up here because it was showing weakness and follow through. You want to see it do something like that, okay? Or you want to see a big spike in green volume. So we cut that trend. All right. Alrighties. All right, Rian coming in late. Trump's up. Last one, guys. Last one. We got 400 viewers. Thanks for tuning in. Obviously, if you're new here, please click follow on Twitter. Obviously, if you're new here, check out my YouTube channel. I've got over 300 videos on how to trade meme coins successfully, how to snipe them, how to swing trade them, how to do your rug checks properly, how to find the good tokens, how to short meme coins. So much content on there. How to find early meme coins. Okay, it's all on there, guys. I'm dropping daily alpha on there in shorts and videos as well. So check it out and subscribe if you're on YouTube. So I do appreciate it. Rian, hope you're a subscribe legend. Let's look at Trump's. Is this live? Is this live? I don't know. If you said, I'm not going to check the website. I'd rather check the ticker. Trump sneaker, Trump stir. Yeah, there's nothing yet. So is it coming soon or what's happening? I don't know. Hey, appreciate you, legend. Thanks for tuning in. Love that you're a Doggo holder as well, mate. I minted. I'm still holding. I'm actually up. I think I spent 14 Sol on my on my hot doggo, but I think because I bought Solana so low, I think my hot doggo is actually. I think I'm in profit in USD, even though it's at like 3 Sol. I don't know. I can't remember. I bought Solana so low. All right, guys. So you know what? I'll call it there in 5 minutes. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Obviously, couple things before we leave. Let me pull this up again. All right, so July sale, okay? July_sale. You can click get access, okay? Yeah, hopefully it works for me. Okay, it's going to appear like this. Enter promo code here. Put in July sale. Okay? Apply. All right, like this. All right, and bang, look at that. 23% off, okay? Alternatively, that's if you want month subscription. Up to you. I'm very flexible with how you want to do it. Alternatively, I think this is better bang for buck. Lifetime. Click on that. Get access. Enter it here. July sale. Okay. Click apply. And it only works for card payments. Okay. It doesn't work for crypto payments. If you want to do a crypto payment, send me a DM. I'm open. I'm happy to cop it. There you go. Over nearly 200 off. Okay. That's the first thing. July sale. Only live for this week. Another week. Check it out, okay? Not much stock left. I'll increase stock if it does sell out, but it only works for the card options. July sale, okay? Again, if you want to read about what we do, it's all in there. Let me pull it up. I'll just pull up the education channel. All right, so this is just the education channel. It had this live stream. We did this that was a voice call from my group that we did yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. Where I spoke for half an hour about some strategies and spoke about it. I answer all your questions in there. I detail about different strategies, okay? Heaps here about checklists, strategies, online conversations about what we've spoken about, Okay, so many different things. Okay, videos that I find super useful about potential things that we're talking about at the moment. Liquidity, so many strategies for meme coins for trading. Okay, so all in there. Okay, but that's just the education channel. We've got beginning questions down below. We got so much alpha over on the side as well. We've locked in crazy gains. Like I don't even know, like probably 5,000x across leverage, meme coins, futures, NFTs, ordinals, runes as well. We've got a few really good callers in there. I'm looking to expand it soon with a few new callers as well. But ultimately, all the details are there, guys. You can get a sale, like I just showed you. There's a few reviews, 18 reviews. Now, there's over 300 members in the group. Majority of them, about 175 of them, were OGs who didn't sign up through WAP, so they can't obviously leave a review. So I try to get new members to leave a review, so it helps grow, because it just justifies what I'm talking about. But that's the first shill. Don't forget to do that. Second shill, I got to do it. Come to my YouTube channel, click subscribe, and check out all the YouTube videos, guys. So much content here, so much good content, raw content, guys. Particular platforms, Moonshot, BullX, okay. I've got BonkBot tutorials, I got Photon tutorials, I got Pepe Boost tutorials, okay. So much. Check it out. Click subscribe. All right. The last thing. I think this might pop off soon. No, I think it's got another tweet soon. The last thing, I shielded earlier. Scroll a little bit lower. Where is it? There it is. Follow me on IG. Okay, it's just Greeny Trades. Okay, this is it. I'll put it in. All right, let's load this. Okay, here we go. This is me. I'm dropping video content on there daily. All right, follow me here. All right, post that you have in the comments. You've got a good chance. There's only 9 people have done it, so you got 1 in 9 chance at the moment. 1 in 10 if you do it. Post the comments that you follow. Screenshot evidence. Okay, because I'll be running the giveaway tomorrow morning. So you got about 12 hours left. 50% off the discount in my group. So if you want to, you can wait. The July sale still goes for another week, but ultimately you could potentially win 50% off. So that'll drop it even lower. Like lifetime then is what? Kind of into the math quickly. $375 lifetime, or 50% off for the month gets you down to like $60 for a month. That is crazy. Okay. But then you get full access to the callers, full access to me, one-on-one conversations, conversations with 300 plus members who support each other, educate each other. Okay. We trade consistently across all markets wherever there's liquidity. Okay. Trying to bring on a ton caller at the moment as well. More about that hopefully soon. But we're trying to cover up to date, which stay relevant, but also I focus heavily on the education side, to the point that people have come back and thanked me because they have become better and smarter traders. And that's what I do at the end of the day. Try to keep that as a focus of the group. And you've got my full attention if you're in that group. So yeah, check this out. Follow me on Instagram. 50% chance. Sorry, not 50% chance. 50% discount if you win this giveaway. So yeah, that's the last shield, guys. As always, I do appreciate you all tuning in. Thanks for being here. Click follow if you're new here on Twitter. I do appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, click subscribe. And please like the video on both platforms because it helps just get that reach a little bit further. Okay, I'm trying to grow my channel, trying to get that education out across so many different things. So appreciate it. I apologize to everyone who's just tuning in now with tickers. Tyson, Rian, apologies, mate. I don't have a chance to do it today, but maybe next time. Maybe I'll run a stream again. I've still got time. For the next couple of weeks, so I'll probably do another live stream soon. So I do appreciate it, guys. As always, take care, and I'll